Namaste. Very nice to see all of you. God bless you all. In one sense, I feel that the whole of the life is working in one direction only. It is in the direction of completing, in the direction of completion. Completion of something inside us, or completion of whole of ourself in a sense, completion of whole of our life in a sense. No. Like somebody can complete a project, a desire, a passion, or a hobby. Life is working in that direction too. Somebody can complete a sense of incompletion that is inside us at the mind level, let's say, at the feeling level or any other level also. Some other can complete their whole being like a one being within the purity of the self, purity of the soul. And somebody can even complete the whole being and the body mind and the life that is lived also. Like there are so many possibilities of completion in life, and life is just working in one direction, trying to complete, like facilitating in completing us. No? Because this is what is the direction from the core of life coming out. It is trying to complete, not really ourselves. It's not trying to complete us. In the form of ourselves, it is trying to complete itself. No? Because we are not really as separate from life as we think. So, in this picture, every one of us also have a responsibility to play. We also have a role to play in this. That role is not that we know really how to fulfill our destiny, how to complete ourselves, but somehow as if we have known in the mind level too much and believe in that mind is governing or controlling our actions and choices and preferences. And that is creating a resistance for the flow of life, for the flow of existence which is trying to flow through us and complete us. No? And for that something needs to be done. Understanding necessary for that. No? Because we are resisting continuously and without knowing it, and that's what we call being a person, being myself. Being myself means having that control that I can control things. But after controlling, what happens? Do they become better or do they become worse? If they become worse, then we are actually resisting to some higher potential and possibility. And generally as a person, things only become worse, meaning we get less from life by controlling it more. Which does not mean that we should not control life, but we should control life from within that wisdom of the soul, which is actually getting a intuitive guidance from the core of life, that okay, what to do today, what to do in this in general, what to do, in what direction is right direction for me, like that. Otherwise, we are continuously discarding or resisting to that help which is coming to us, which can change our life, which can change us, and not and letting go of that which is harming us continuously and sucking our energy and keeping us in the minimal possibilities of life. I just had this feeling that we can talk about it like this. Like we should openly talk. I feel now more.
Hello, Rajee.
Hello, Ines.
So I can relate a lot to what you're sharing this morning, and it's very directly applicable to my experience as well. A lot of the things that you said about sometimes feeling lost when that guidance is not there, and then feeling that there's not the complete joy, not the complete sense of, that there's more to it.
Yes.
And that's why also I've come back here, because that feeling like there's some unfinished work, there's some, something is left. So, and yesterday also you asked me if I'm getting benefited from the satsang. So I very much feel so, yes. Because I can taste what you're talking about. I can feel and I can experience when I'm here. So
It's very good actually. It's very, very good. Because you can see now that it's not like that I'm trying to so much show you something as much as I'm trying to help you in seeing clearly what you want to see. I'm not trying to give you a taste of something as much as I'm trying to help you tasting deeply what you want to taste. Because once you are clear that about this higher value, higher life, which you are, I clearly feel that you are not ready to be settled with the lower possibilities of life as a person, then it is not a difficult job. As soon as you start coming in sync or resonating what is being shared, you will feel, yeah, that's true. Because thinking in that personal way continuously, where we mostly are talking about others, not ourselves. This is not the way of the soul. Soul thinks or talks about itself more than anybody else. It is not being selfish, it is just being self-centered. Selfish is what is in a way the quality found as a person, in the person state, where we are just focusing on others. So this is one of those things, for example. Like we are affected, triggered, inspired by others continuously for everything that we are doing in our life. And that kind of makes no sense. What about ourselves? What about our life? What about what we have come to do something here? We all have come to do something here, to fulfill something here, and very individual level and collectively in a very harmonious manner as a whole also. No? Like I will fulfill something in me, you will fulfill something, and together we will fulfill something also in a bigger picture. No? Like this, and this is such a harmonious reality of life that nobody crosses anybody's line here. If we are living from inside, only when we living from the outside as a person, where we continuously hopping and wandering. No? So the whole thing I want to say to you after appreciating what you are saying is that we just need to learn to be a little bit more uh, like here, little bit more here. That's all. This being here is what start changing everything. Like we start sensing more clearly what actually life is, what I want, and how it will be done. Meaning all of this is included in being here. Learning just to be here it includes everything. It includes first of all getting out of mind. Mind is that state which is giving us a wrong impression about ourselves first of all. Meaning it is not letting us know truly who we are. And it is really very good to know who we are, even without any spiritual reasons. Even for a practical, simple reason, it is very good to know who we are. Like it gives us that stability. First of all, like you will not have doubts about you. Every now and then you go buy something, do something in life, and then something intense happens and doubt comes about ourselves. Now that doubt will never come. It doesn't mean that we need to keep knowing who we are. That is the spiritual part. That is the spiritual part, that you keep knowing who you are again and again. But you should not have any doubt about yourself. And mind is continuously creating doubts about ourselves. And that's why we always sit or stand on a shaky ground, always in our being. From there we are living life. Life is not as much shaky, or it is much more flowing, like changing, not shaky, very stable. Things are very simple, very stable, but continuously changing. But there is a pattern in everything. They are changing in a certain way. It's not like chaos, like a random. And once we are more stable in our being, we can start sensing that pattern of life. That, hey, before winter, autumn comes, isn't it? That's a pattern, no? That's a pattern of life. And this pattern is everywhere in everything. and inside ourselves also. That after every high happiness, some kind of low comes in me. Like I feel little bit like just relaxing, not feeling so excited, don't want to talk to people, don't want to have a party, and just by myself. Hey, it's a pattern. It's all right, no? So these things are happening in life. It's not that life is unstable. Life is unstable for us because we are not looking at it or living it from the ground, stable ground of being. And we are expecting the changes of life to bring stability in us. Generally, it cannot so easily. It is vice versa. We bring stability in our being, knowing ourselves, just knowing ourselves very simply, not like who I am and what I am, just knowing. Yeah, that's true. Like knowing clearly that, okay, I'm something just here, but not that thing what mind is saying. This is very good enough already. Then from here, a lot of changes will happen. The whole mind will be engineered in one sense. Not engineered maybe, but in the sense that it is rearranged in one sense. Because the priorities, preferences, they all change now. Most of the priorities and preferences are connected to being ourselves in a certain way. That need is not there anymore. Now you can just free. Now focus will be on experiencing and knowing, because that's the purpose of life, experiencing and knowing. Deeply experiencing, like fully experiencing anything I want to. Like when we are here, let's say on the beach, we should be deeply experienced, like so deeply that no person or nothing remains between you and the experience. No? And we were doing like this yesterday evening also. No? Like it was very beautiful. You're experiencing, and then through that knowing happens also. It's a funny thing that every deeper experiencing always has some deeper knowing in it. Like if you can deeply experience your breath, for example, breath and body, somehow always something additional known by you immediately. Like something more about you is known by you without effort, without focus, without intention. So thank you. I think it's a very good direction. Thank you. All the very best to you. Thank you.
Rajee, I would like to come back to this completion, because for me it's very important and interesting topic, because I want to be complete, and I like this third part of completion where I complete as a soul and I complete as an individual self, that all together is fully complete. And I don't feel that I succeeded in it fully, so if possible, can we explore it more right now? And
Yes.
yeah.
It's a very good topic.
Thank you.
Because some people are actually ready to hear this topic now, and it kind of useful for us, no? Some of us. So let me just lay some ground here, like a background, like a little bit of a base. So the base is like this. First important thing is ourself, and I'm sure you are already clear about it. That I am this something. I'm this something, like a presence, like a space, like something who exists, and we are calling it soul. Okay, so this is soul. So you know that I'm a soul. And because of that, you also know that I'm not really so much one with the body and the breath. Even if you don't know totally separately. No? Yeah. And similarly, you also know that I'm not my body and soul, body and breath. I'm also not my thoughts and feelings. I'm using them. They have a tool. They are a tool. Not that I'm my tools. No? Like this. Yeah.
Yes, it is clear to me.
So far, then when it is clear to you, then what is necessary is let us see what is the challenge in being complete and how completion can happen now. So the challenge is that the old memories of the mind and energies, mind being understanding, energies being everything else basically. So the old memories are still carrying that memory of that model in a way, in which we were living as a divided, incomplete soul, where the focus was not on really completing ourselves, the focus was more on experiencing things to cover up the pain of incompletion, to numb, like a painkiller. We were searching for experiences as a painkiller to to kind of numb the pain of incompletion that time. So that model is called ego model. So our energies are designed and developed around that. Energies and mind have got developed and designed around that time. So just receive this also in your heart that okay. So my soul is pure, my breath is always fine, like natural, and body is also. But the mind and rest of the energies are not actually. Part of them are functional, part of the energies, memory of the energies and the mind, part of it is functional, but part of it is egoic also. So try to very clearly understand the egoic part of it and what to do about it and what it is taking away from you in the direction of completion. So let us take an example of practical life. No? That first of all, let's say you are sitting in your home, you are going to office, and you are planning to do something in today's life that, okay, today I am going to do this, this, this. From here the struggle begins already. The struggle is that first of all, we start already feeling that I am not myself anymore. As soon as we decide that I am going to go to office, we feel I am not that pure self anymore. You see? So let us address this first. Like we will address every step now. Let us step by step address things. So I'm not feeling really that pure being which I am. As soon as I decided that I have to go to office and I'm going to go to office and do the work in the office. No. Why? Why it is like this? The thing is that the memory present in the energies and the mind is forcing us in some sense to become a person now. No? And this is where you need to be alert. This is from where the training and correction begins. Don't let your energies of the mind, energies and the mind, become a person. So be alert about the egoic part of your mind, egoic part of your energies. Touch, use, and work with only the functional part of it. That's what it means to be neutral. Remain neutral. Whenever you feel that you have any need to feel anything in life through the energies and through the mind, withdraw yourself from that. Because that's where the ego stands a chance. Because ego has been a model through which soul has been experiencing life through the set mindset, fixed mindset, and fixed energies, fixed emotions. You, the soul, can create as many emotions as you want on the fly and fresh, always fresh. It doesn't mean that you, the soul, cannot really you, the soul, cannot experience a flower. Let's say you want to experience a flower, life, any life, no. For that, you will create a bridge between the soul and the flower, no. That is called the emotion. No, emotion is a bridge. Feeling, a feeling is a bridge between the soul and emotion, soul and a flower in this case. No? But old emotions, they are patterned in a way that they make you a personal experiencer before they enable you to experience the flower. Be aware of it. In the similar way, mind also. So that's the egoic part of the mind and personal or egoic part of the emotions and feelings or energies. No, be alert about it. So this is first step. Like feeling like this, no, don't go too much. Just relax for a moment. Take a deep breath in the sense of letting go. Just remain here for a few seconds. Now think again what you want to do. And slowly what will happen is that most of the functional part of the mind and functional part of energy will be separated in one sense or will be connected to you directly, the soul. Like without a person coming in between as a mediator or as a default identity. So no identity, but practical life is being done now. No identity. You are still enjoying that beauty and that truth of your being now. So there will be a small work at a time. Not all of the work can be done, but this is, as you know, that it is important for you that you want to complete yourself now. You should continue this work as much as you can, whenever you can. And there will be many times where you will not be able to do it, and that's all right. That okay, this is a too complex processing of the emotions and mind, where I cannot do it in the new way. This is the your new way. Like it will be done in the old way, where it will try to show me that I am a person. Don't worry about it. You are not a person. You just ignore it. Just focus on the work. Remain in the present. Try to be as efficient as you can in that work, and just simply ignore the whole thing, while remain focused on yourself if possible, no? During this time. If not, focus on breath. This focusing on the breath will not let you get sucked into that sense of identity. Meaning once you have started living as who you are, but which you have reported already, it's not really possible that you can become a person now. So relax about it. Because you become a person much more because of fear, in a way, or in the fear, not in the actual egoic mind and the egoic emotions. Ego is like a hypnosis. Hypnosis cannot happen without your agreement. Hypnosis does not happen without cooperation of the one who get hypnotized. There is no power in the world which can just hypnotize us suddenly. There is no sudden hypnosis possible. We agree to it, just don't agree. You see? So this is step one now. And this step one is going to already do so much work that it is going to basically withdraw all of that functional, like there is expertise in the mind of every field that we have lived so far, driving car or doing that particular task or professional training and everything. That will be simply withdrawn or connected to you directly. And anything which is connected to you directly, it gets ignited in some way, like it gets that kind of fire of truth. Then that egoic part will not be able to touch it. It will burn if it touches. No? That's why the egoic part will remain away from it anyway. You don't need to worry about it. All you need to do is that you need to connect all the functional aspect of mind and energy to yourself. And your job is done actually after that. Now you will be complete anyway. All that remains in you will be called garbage. Just garbage. It will be burnt, buried, and thrown out. Like that. Yeah? So it is understandable.
I understand it, and it's look like as if I was living in a small cozy studio, 5 on 5, like 25 square meters, and now I'm in a palace, but I'm still feeling that I'm living in this small cozy studio. And all of my daily life activities are based only on this 25 square meters, and I still cannot go out of this. So it's kind of
Correct.
Memory of emotions, memory of thoughts, memory of body functioning, that I can't be more open because I have more space now.
It is very
Feels
correct
like
actually
this.
what you are saying. That this is the memory of limitedness basically in which we are living now. As soon as we start living, come in touch with the soul that we still have the memory of limitedness. And that memory of limitedness is connected to the memory of doing everything also in practical life. That's how it gets chance, it gets triggered, and we feel that how to live my practical life now, because practical life is connected to the old limited self. No? So this is where, in a way, it is like a rewiring taking place in you, internal rewiring, but it is not a rewiring of the self. Self is never rewired in any way. The soul is not. Soul is always same. Soul just becomes more awake. So become more awake as yourself. Like, first thing that is very important to be understood is don't reject the facts. Like, as you are able to see now, this is already a very good beginning in the direction of change. Now, like now the change will happen. That you see that, yeah, actually it is like this. Before that we are more unhappy. You know. like sobbing a little bit. Oh my God, you know. But now, no. Oh, it's like this. So you should be celebrating much more that you are a soul, that you have discovered you are a soul, or not. Then that, oh my God, my life, I'm not able to live my life the way I want to. So like you were living in a limited way. Practical life is limited because of the mindset and the part of mind and part of energy memory, and also your memory about who you are. Now you started discovering the unlimitedness or beyond limitedness about you. What you should do now to make everything unlimited? You should live the unlimitedness more or not? Where is the unlimitedness? In you. So live your unlimitedness more and more, beyond limitedness, beyond more and more, and from there live everything, and everything will start. Like what I notice happens is that everything has a higher potential, which was not lived. All our abilities have a higher side of it also, and they were never lived actually. They will just start getting activated as soon as we start living directly through them, without through the channel of a person. Channel of a person says that everything is all right. A person, for example, cannot handle more than a certain degree of, let's say, capacity of mind or emotion or anything, intensity of emotion, for example. But you can very easily. You give life to it also, and it will just change. So I hope it is clear now.
It is clear, and I will follow this first breath deeply and then do what you feel is appropriate now.
Yes.
But you said it's first step. What is it? Something else? What you wanted to share?
This is the most important step, and the first step, yes. Second step can be, which is for everybody actually. It's not for only you or those who have started discovering the truth. It is for everybody, and it is for you too. You know. So that second step is somehow understanding the importance of balance in life when we are doing activities. So what is happening is that we have gaps in everything that we do. Those gaps basically are causing a lot of leakage of effort, time, intention, and everything. No? So as a result, what happens is that with lot of effort, we gain very less in life. It is like a way we have been living together, every one of us on earth. No? But this can change. Like it is said that, for example, that the work which we do in 8 hours can be done in 2 hours, actually. Most of the work that we do in 8 hours can be done in 2 hours. Not necessarily, let's say, labor, construction or any that kind of work, but most of the office work, let's say. Why? Because of those gaps. So what happens is that there are continuously gaps happening inside us. We are almost entertaining that thinker which is necessary in our life. Like the thinker says, I don't want to think right now. I need a coffee. Okay, take a coffee. Then, oh, I want to surf on social media and things like that. Then only I will think, okay, surf on that. We are as if like that kind of, and this is where change can happen a little bit. If you start discovering who is the master, who is the boss. Because you are the boss. What is the key? The key is to be more present where you are, to be focusing on what you are doing, and to be very clear about what you are really trying to do and what you are trying to get out of it. The more clear and undivided you are and present you are in what you are doing, the less the mind stands a chance to misguide or to create a diversion or demand something. Like, don't give gap to mind. This is the key. If you give gap to the mind, it can fill this gap with the whole existence, like whole illusion of everything. So what is samagrata? Is not giving gap. This is what is samagrata. Samagrata is not like a tight schedule. Right now we are on a tight schedule continuously and stressed because of that. Samagrata is a very relaxed and joyful completion at the level of activity. Samagrata is nothing but completion, but in a manner that it is practiced every day, because of the habit of the mind which is trying to not let anything be complete. No? You see, this is that second step, which is for everybody actually. Those who are trying to come to the truth, or those who are already living the truth. For both it is useful. No? like remaining in the present and trying to be as complete as we can in what we are doing, like letting ourselves be consumed more and more in what we are doing right now. Thinking about anything else other than what we are doing right now should be a additional, separate, planned and scheduled task only, not a habit. Do you see the point? And it's totally fine to think about future, but as a task, as a planned task, that I decided to think about it and now I am deciding about future. Let's say, for example, we are deciding, we came here, we decided, we are now will go also, we will decide or not. But that task is called living in the present and doing things with totality. It has nothing to do with the egoic way of remaining divided in between the past and the future. No? So that's why I'm saying that doesn't matter what you want to do. That's not important. The important is the model, the way of doing. The way of doing can be of gaps, or way of doing can be of totality. Totality is the way of the soul. That's why this is another end from where you are preparing your energies for the way you, the soul, work. And then the connect with the energies and the soul will be much faster and much more effortlessly. You are not able to connect to the energies of body mind when you start waking up, mainly because of the difference in the nature. Your nature is complete. You are always undivided and one. And the nature of the mind is always incomplete. Samagrata is not a completion of the mind forever. It is only in the moment. This is how the mind and the soul comes to the closest possible point where they can actually work together much more easily. So this is the second point, I feel. No?
Yes, with the second point, I also feel so much completion and so much beauty in the living of this world or living of this daily life activities.
Yes,
very beautiful. Thank you.
We see people. I think you all must have seen some people who are in a very higher state in the sense of higher position in an organization, and like this, they're doing many roles in that organization. Let's say head of something and all. They do so many things at the same time. Not at the same time, like exact same time, but in such an efficient way. Like I saw one of our department head participating in our games, which were happening in our company, so efficiently and so totally. Not like, oh, I'm the head, I'm so busy. No, that is efficiency I'm talking about right now. It's a practical, actual efficiency. It's just that I know these things now, so I'm sharing with you, that they are useful. Not that they are really something very hardcore spiritual. They are neither spiritual nor practical, personal. No? They are just practical. No? Efficiency of practicality of life. No? They know that it is when you are enjoying, enjoy fully. So that when you work fully. And work fully when you work, so that you can enjoy fully when you enjoy. You see, that's the connection. And we just don't see this. We just don't see this. This has to be seen, actually. Slowly, like so. Good, thank you.
Thank you. I will follow your guidance and I will report after some time.
Yeah, that will be very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ji, I wanted to come forward, and you said about the this ego and this completion. So I wanted to report something and check with you something, Ji. For last few days in Goa, it seems like, which my mind tells Ji, that is beautiful. But still there is a part of me which brings it once in a while, that am I doing right or wrong? So I wanted to share something, that what is happening now, that I am not feeling for last few days any stressed, like kind of a anxiety, exactly, anxiety, or fear or kind of hurriness. This I'm not feeling.
You are feeling how nice, how nice.
So still, but sometime it comes and says, hey, is it fine? You are doing fine. So this brings something like down. So this I wanted to check with you.
This is, I feel, a old habit and can be ignored now in this case, no? Because our mind helps us also, but our mind, because of habit, because of not having complete information and knowledge about life, may misguide us also. Like overdo, it's a overdoing also sometime by the mind. It is just a help. It is trying to help us, but it's just trying to keep us cautious all the time. Hey, remain cautious. You may go wrong, no? But sometimes too much. No? This time it is too much. When you can feel already that I'm relaxed and efficiently work, like there should be some pointers or some checkpoints which we should use, no? Like, are you being in the present more as per your own in your comparison? Yes, you are saying yes. Is your efficiency of doing is increasing? Yes, you are saying yes also. Are you feeling more joyful? Yes, also. I think all these points are ticking, like all the check boxes are actually matching. Because you cannot live without efficiency of your doings in life also, for example. Generally speaking, like we are normal people, we are not like some, who have renounced the world or something like that, isn't it? Normal, common man, spiritual but living normal life. No? We cannot live without efficiency, without the result or efficiency of our effort in the practical life, for example. No? So that is there, no? What else? Joyful, peaceful. We cannot live without that also, because what is the point if I'm not joyful? Like, am I just going to go to office and come back? And one feels always like this when one is not continuously joyful. That's where we feel what is the goal of life. Goal of life means that what is the point of all of this which I'm doing? No, but that's also not going to happen. Not going to happen because you are joyful, isn't it? So it is an old habit, I feel, which can be ignored. Because old habit, this kind of old habit is very long-lived habit. It's like being in the fear. Try to understand fear very importantly. Fear is something very important in a way in existence. Like this fear is so much more in animals than in the human being. But it remains inside us in some way, one way or the other. It has been a tool for survival. Fear has been a tool of survival. That's how animals survived, because of fear. That fear of everybody and everything that moves anywhere. No? But now it is not really going to serve a certain purpose. Like at a certain point of being, when you are living the truth of who you are, the same fear becomes like a way to remain outside. No? So what you can do is that you can turn your fear into alertness now, vigilance now. That's what is a mature mind. A mature mind, not a personal mind, but more a mature mind, does accept the practicality of life well. It does not reject anything. That okay, it's just nothing. It's just one soul and one self, and everything is one, and doesn't matter who takes what and who gives what to what. Whether I lose money, whether I gain money, doesn't matter. No, it doesn't think like this. That could be a way of looking for some, but maybe not for most of the people. No. No, the practical mind, this kind of mature mind is very practical. It accepts the things as they are, but it also sees that there is no point in remaining busy in them when it is time for living the truth of who I am. So that becomes like your own guard inside, like an in-house guard. It is like a home guard of your home. It guards your home, meaning it deals with everything, filters out everything which doesn't need to be attended by you right now when you are meditating or living the truth of who you are, or when you are practicing in this totality. And it still will give you the message, send you the message for everything that is important. And this is that maturity which grows slowly. Allow this maturity to happen in your mind. Like by being more conscious user of mind, by responding to the mind in a more conscious way, not in a personal way. Like whatever message mind gives you, give back the message to the mind that you did well. Continue doing that. Or no, you did not do well. This is not really what I wanted in this situation. Like this, mind can improve. Our relation with the mind, functioning of the mind as a whole, it does actually. I feel clearly. Yeah. Like being more conscious thinker basically is same as improving that also. Because mind is a process, not really a person inside us. If this makes sense, really, it's going to be very useful for you. Like, why I'm thinking about this, if this comes to you, it will improve now. Because it means that this is not the time for thinking about it. Mind will get the message. You will get less and less messages or invitation for such thinkings in such occasions. Mind is the super intelligent. Mind is super intelligence functioning in the mind, meaning soul has that super intelligence. It's not like a normal intelligence. It's super intelligence functioning here. It can very quickly guide the mind that, okay, next time, like this, like this, like this, okay. Now you will get very customized and tailor-made messages only for that occasion. Yeah. So you can do like this also.
Really beautiful, Ji.
Another end of it is that live this joy, relax little more. Then you yourself will stop attending the fear. That's why I'm saying we need to catch both the ends. We don't want our life to be destroyed or disturbed. At the same time, we also don't want to overly cautious all the time. Because there is a time and need. You have come to the beach, let's say, enjoying the beach, ocean, sunset, let's say, or morning. Now worrying about things, make no sense. But habit continues. No, it is not okay to say that habit continues. We can do something about it. That something is two things. One thing, improvement in the mind. Another thing, improvement in the user. Allow yourself to withdraw from everything that time and just actually live. Not like lost forever. This lost forever is a very egoic idea. Many egoic ideas are playing in the spirituality. We need to be alert about them. Lost forever is a egoic idea. Always remaining as a person is an egoic idea, by the way, also. The same other end of the same thing, same mistake. No, just living the truth of who I am, or living the truth of this beauty of the beach, let's say, when I want to. It's more about having control on yourself, not on life. Like having control on yourself and your attention, not on life, no? So thank you. I think it's very good.
Ji, if we are here for more 7 days, 7-8 days, and then we'll go. So I wanted to check this Ji, this mind ego. I wanted to explore or more information because I need to face and I'll go. So I'll be ready in this 7-8 days more, and then how to deal with that. So I wanted to explore more about what is it exactly, where I can improve myself here in 7 days, and where I'll be more conscious when I'll go back, that so that I will not be trapped again. I want to be very, very withdraw this whole myself from this whole jargon. Ji. So.
If you have any specific question which is not generalized in this way, we can discuss separately when we have chance. But generally speaking, we don't need to address these things like this. If you do well what you are doing right now, it includes doing well tomorrow also. Being present is not really a practice. It is a way. It is the way of being. When being want to be more efficient in everything. So by doing well what you are doing right now, by being more where you are right now, you are learning the way of being and way of doing things in life, which will continue after these 7 days too. No, I feel like this. So if you want to invest in something more fundamental like this, it is okay to discuss things sometime. No? Like, because ultimately what happens is that we try when we go there, when we are not here, we try, but we don't so much succeed really. It has been found over the period by many different seekers. No? We don't succeed so much. So but we can succeed now. You see? It's like you have a fear that some kind of sickness can happen, in the area where you are going. What to do? Take vaccine, eat healthy food, remain very healthy now. That's your security or not? In the similar way, the dividedness, let's say the sickness that you are afraid of there, then you should be more undivided here and living this undividedness and being present here or not. It really may sound too simple a message, but I feel this need to be reminded again and again, as if this simple message we are not understanding. Like, can I do something there? Chances are very less that you will be able to do something there. But you can do everything here right now. And if understood, you will be so much more right now here, So this is my I would like to say.
Reminding, because this question I found, it came from the past. This fear, not
It comes from the
mind.
yeah. This is the thing, no?
Yes.
We all are like time traveler in a different way. Like people, like we have this kind of message, like people, like somebody comes from the future. We are coming from the past. Continuously we are coming from the past. Like we came 5,000 years before, 10,000, 1,500, 150, 10, 1. Always coming from past. No? We are time traveler in a different way.
Also, Ji, that you said about few, like before the recording, that we focus on the process, or like process more than the results. But in spirituality, we should focus on the result more than the process. So can you elaborate and explore this one?
Like what happens is that somehow, like for example, in anything that we decided to do, inside ourselves there are many energies which are as if waiting to be lived, to be expressed, like to be lived basically, and to be expressed or involved in something activity. And let's say we have decided to do some activity today, something today. Okay, I'm going to, let's say, go to the market and buy, let's say, a ice cream. No? And then, as soon as we have decided, and things are clear, like this is my place, this is that place, how much the ice cream is, how much time it will take from here, everything is clear to you now. Now then those energies which are waiting to be lived, they come in without we noticing it. Then we feel, now that I'm thinking to bring the ice cream, I think it can be nice to do this also, or it can be nice to do that also. And now we are actually going to start attending those things which we really did not want to attend today. But without knowing, they come in the name of, I am the friend of ice cream. They come in the name of, I am the friend of ice cream. Can I come in? And you feel, okay, come in, friend of ice cream, like, I want ice cream today. So we need to be alert like this. Otherwise, what happens is that we will totally forget the ice cream, and you may come back with some tie, shoes, or anything else, and you will be surprised, like, how I did end up with this kind of thing. I remember I went to buy ice cream, but why I did not buy the ice cream? So this is what is not focusing on the right thing. Like, this is what it means, that it's not that the practical life process that you decided was having a flaw. It was just not stable, or alertness was not there. That alertness, awareness has to be there in that. Alertness not about itself, but about everything else, that what it is not. That's where, if you keep your focus on the result, like if once it becomes clear that I am going to get the ice cream, now the way to go there will become less important and will be more straight now. Because now you will know that, hey, can you bring this also? You will know, okay, it is in the way, I can. Can you bring this? It is in the way, but there is a long queue. Sorry, I cannot. Because now you know that ice cream is something which melts, or not. And people buy the ice cream, and on the way it melts. You see, how it is possible that we buy the ice cream and it melts on the way? Because we are not really clear about the focus the result of that process. Like if you have set the goal that ice cream going from here, bringing the ice cream into my fridge, and after that into my stomach, no? Like if this goal is clear, then nothing can come in, because this will guide us in every way. Then no, this can fit and this cannot, which is going to help us in saving ourselves from egoic tendencies. Egoic tendency basically is all that energy which need to be lived, want to be lived. It's waiting to be lived in some way, and which is not letting us live in our life. You see the point? That energy doesn't belong to you really. It's just there. It's not really, it doesn't belong to us. It's not our energy. It doesn't belong to us really. If it was our energy, it will be useful, no, in the practical life, like in buying the ice cream. It's not actually. Meaning not in that format in which it is right now. Energy is energy after all. It's not a bad thing. But energy in a certain format means caught up in a certain pattern is not useful. Pattern means it is going to pull you into its way, that you need to be in this way in order to use me. This is what it means, that are you using your mind or mind is using you? Are we using our energies or energies are using us? Egoic aspect of energies are using us to remain egoic. If you are a very conscious user, a stable and conscious user, you can transform the egoic energies by using them also. But you need to be very alert about it. Like, remaining focused that I am going to the ice cream parlor, going to bring the ice cream, and nothing can change that, bring that shakiness. Then these same energies will start getting transformed. It's same about the mind also. So either mind can use you or you can use your mind. Whenever we use our mind, it gets transformed into the higher potential, higher way of the soul. Whenever our mind uses us, anytime, even one thought, then the egoic mind got more power. Egoic mind became more powerful for us. Egoic mind means egoic aspect of mind. So it's very important. It's a question of who is the boss. It's a question of who is the master here. It's not about I feel like this or I feel like that. It's never about that. Be clear about it. At whatever is the cost, you should be the boss of your mind, of your energies. Oh no, I kind of felt like this, I did not do today. I decided, but I don't know. You are doing big, like this is a big mistake really. Like you are surrendering your mastery to your energies, your state of energy. You are the soul. You see the point? And now their same energy is going to bite you now. But power was given by you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ji, for bringing this importance of alertness, because it's more clear now why the alertness is important.
Yeah, thank you. It's good. Thank you. Meera, you want to say something?
Hello, beloveds.
Namaste.
Can you hear me well?
I can.
Good. Because I had a virus and my voice is still,
Oh.
struggling.
I hope you are doing fine.
Yes, I'm very good, thank you. And I had the climate shift now from Africa to Austria, so now everything can be released. Yes, yeah. It was dusty there and sick. Everyone was sick. It was like a hospital. But yeah, only on one level. So yeah.
It's much better. It's quite fine to be sick at the physical level, no?
Yeah, totally. I really enjoyed it because it made me sleep like so deep. Wow. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
And I was with you the last satsangs, but only as much as it was in my capacity also. Because there were many things energetically and intense and a lot of program. And I'm just really happy to be back with you. I was looking forward to just have space actually to be with you and feel myself and everything.
Very nice. Thank you. Same here. Very nice to see you, to meet you.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel it's so, I want to give the appreciation to this because it's really not for granted in this life that a space is where you can just be open and transparent. Yeah, that's what I learned definitely in this trip, that it's not every place safe to just be so open. And I was reflecting on the concept of boundaries. And just now when I heard you talking, it became so clear. I had a memory where I put some sort of a boundary, and that the boundary is that this is myself, no? Like, there is no compromise, no, little bit like this. Instead, but the knowing needs to be there, not the assurance that this is what I am, and there, don't cross that boundary. Maybe you can speak about this. I would be really happy to hear
Yeah.
something.
This is a common concept or understanding of practical life, personal life, that let's maintain boundaries, because we do maintain boundaries. But these boundaries can be much more deeper and useful in a way, or actual part of actual real life, than personal only. No? Because in the personal, there is no boundary really. It's more imagination of boundary. No? In the personal state, we are more imagining to be divided, not really that we are maintaining actual boundaries from anything. No? Like we imagine that I am a person separate from you, and you are also a person separate from me. While we don't live actual division between the two bodies, breath and souls, no? which are actual in the existence. We are actually separate, not divided from each other, but separate. No? In the experience, in like rest of the life of the soul, it will be separate from rest of the souls until it discovers the oneness with the Supreme. Then it will find that actually that Supreme is the same one in everyone. No? And that's a very different story. But before that, and which is most of the life, the truth is that there are boundaries. But imaginary boundaries are what is ego. Non-imaginary boundaries are the reality, no, of life. So what I'm saying is that as soon as we live the truth of who we are, not the imaginary truth of who we are also. Because sometimes we are living the imaginary truth of who we are also. Not imaginary only ego, but imaginary self also. No? We imagine ourselves to be the self also. That's where things are not so much flowing freely. Things are not so much effortless here, joyful here. It's a little bit more and more effort and stress is still remaining here. No? The soul that we are is being maintained by the Supreme Soul. Not that the soul is maintaining itself and its boundaries. All the boundaries for the soul is being maintained by the life itself. That's why the boundaries are there and real and yet effortless. That's the joy of living the existence as it is. No? As far as the soul is concerned, its boundaries are protected. It doesn't need to protect its boundaries. Okay? But only the essence of the soul, not the body mind, not the life. So, as soon as we have started living the truth of who we are, we can be sure, we can be very relaxed that nothing is going to enter into me or overlap me or disturb me or destroy me. Nothing can happen like this now. It is just not possible basically. As long as we the self feel that I got mixed up with another self when I was going somewhere, this is not the self. This is not the soul. It is more of a personal idea in some way. There is something false about it basically. But it also does not mean that such a soul will not have boundaries about the practical life, no? About the body mind level. No, it will still have that. No? Meaning it may choose not to have. Rarely, sometime it happens. But otherwise, it is totally fine to have boundaries. No? So let us look at it now in another way, in a way that every soul is divided. This is the will of the existence. This is the will of the oneself. No, and every soul is divided from each other. Every soul and living also. This is the will of the source, one source. And what about the body mind? What about the existence and life? Actually, it is also within that will. It is also within that will, and that's why it is called the divine play. It is actually a play, not more than a play for that soul who is living the body, mind, and everything. Because everything is so temporary in comparison to the permanence and the timelessness of the soul who is living it, that it is almost like a dream or a play at the max, a divine play. But this divine play has rules. Those rules are called boundaries. But they are defined by life itself, not by a person so much. Like every human, non-human, no, except human beings, every species has their own way. They know how to live life, animal and trees and everybody. Those are the boundaries they are maintaining. They have learned those boundaries from the source itself, or the source itself is telling them inside their heart that what are the boundaries to be maintained here. Those boundaries are called living in love, harmony and unity with the rest of life. This is how we maintain the boundaries. Plus person. Person is a different story. Remember this. Person is like in one sense, in a very innocent sense, I'm saying in one sense like a some of natural being gone crazy a little bit. Now you just learn how to deal with crazy people a little bit. They are innocent, they are natural, they are connected to the existence still, but somehow their mind has got some problem, like imbalance. They're just not able to be where they are. They're not able to, to live what need to be lived. They're like getting hurt and causing hurt, both. They're harming themselves and harming others, like that. So that is that person state, and we just need to be alert about it. In a similar way that when somebody is drunk, let's say, you don't really start fighting. Generally, you know that makes no sense. Like, this guy will not understand anything now. Tomorrow I will talk to you, maybe, if you want to, if they are your neighbor or known person. No? But that time we avoid that. This is what is avoiding, ignoring part, for example. I don't know how we will deal with this. This is not really in scope of my sharings. I'm just, as a reference, saying it. All of you know much better about these things than me. But the boundaries are actually already in place. We just need to maintain them, live them, or know them by knowing who we are first. Not knowing like knowing who I am fully and now it doesn't matter what is the body. No, like a middle point, middle ground is where what we call our own existence, knowing ourselves. It's a middle ground where we very nicely continue living the boundaries, the life, body, mind, but joyfully. This life has pain, pleasure also, no? But it doesn't have suffering. From where the suffering comes? That suffering is coming from the life of a person. When we imagine life to be other than how it is, that's from where the suffering is coming. Life does not have suffering at all. Life has pain, life has change, life has birth and death. No, but life does not have suffering. No? So this is all I could say. Thank you for giving me a chance to speak on this topic.
It's such joy and clarity listening to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. You, in this boundary or what we just share, there was also the concept, and right now it seems to be very alive, is embodiment. Like that the body has a very important role also for presence, like an anchor, no? And well, yeah, it's huge right now for me, because before everything was just openness and like the the surrender, and everything was allowed, which was fine, I feel. But now it's kind of the integration that the body gives signals actually of a clear yes, clear no, and to make the steps in the right way to,
Yes.
yeah, almost like it's like a point at the nerve system or something. So maybe you want to say
Yeah.
something about
But
it.
did you say pointed nervous system?
Like the nerve system is like a pointer, yeah,
Pointer, like a
a
nervous
point,
system. Yeah, it
yeah,
is
like the
actually.
body says, speaks, kind of,
Yeah.
no?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our body mind is capable of being fine tuned or tuned, no, tuned in such a way that it can get integrated to the soul uh, more directly, much more, or in one sense you can say fully. Fully may not be a right term for it, but much more you can say. So then what happens in that case will that all the properties of the body mind are lived or utilized. All the abilities of the body mind is utilized, like the physical body is utilized to experience life in the physical way, like as if life is physical. And yet the division between life does not happen. Division between the one who is living also does not happen. Because it is ultimately the soul is not really a individual soul. Ultimately. It is oneself in the form of the soul also. So there also that division is not experienced, or at least inner division does not happen. Inner division not happening actually is a very powerful thing, because inner division can happen either by the remembrance that I am divided from the source, like a feeling that I am divided from the oneself, or because of the body mind state, creating an impression of being lost or being something which we don't know who I am. This knowing, this feeling that I don't know who I am, is what is being lost in a way also. So our bodies, all the layers, they have higher potential for everything. Meaning, they have been living in their minimal state, minimal capacities, minimum capacities, which are more than enough for a person. They are more than enough for a person, even if a very successful person. But they are nothing but for the soul, no? Soul, for soul, they need to be activated, like to a higher potential now, no? And that's what you are talking about. Like even your physical body can be so non-physical in one sense. Like it's like pure energy. It's pure energy condensed in the form of a physical form, no? Like a liquid, like a water, no? Can mold, melt, bend, and flow as you want it to be, as you train and as we wake up to this reality. Because why I'm talking in this language? Because you are practicing. You mentioned also before that you are practicing kung fu and like this, which is a very similar topic in a way. Because what is the limitation in the body in terms of, let's say, kung fu? In this case, kung fu or any is any activity, physical level activity which is not usual, no? Like which is much more skilled, activity. What is the limitation? Limitation is either in the flexibility of the body, like the bones are weak, muscles are weak, or less flexible. One. Another is the soul. That we are not connecting to through the soul. We are connecting through the mind, which is imposing the belief that it is limited. No? Now you are putting aside the mind part. No. Directly, I will connect to the body and I will train. What is training the body? Training the body means making the muscles and bones and everything strong and flexible. Soul doesn't need to be trained for it. Now, soul will send that kind of message. Let's do something. Do what to do, not to do. Like that. And soul will feel so happy that hey, I could do it actually the way I wanted to, like the precision of movement. Not really straining necessarily or creating pain in the body. Let's see that how much it can take. Just the precision of movement of the body is so amazing. Attainment of life for the soul. So, and then there are many things else more, no, more to it, not just the physical body. No? So yes, it is. Thank you. We just keep things simple, no? Here, as you know, but you understand the depth of what we are talking about.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. I just want to share one last thing, which in connection with that. Like, I feel with, for example, with you, we have a very safe framework to explore and to just really absorb, you know? And not every space is, like, the structure is not so safe for us, I feel, to open up so much. And what I found, and I would like to hear what your thoughts and your experience about, is because I'm not anchoring myself so much in a role, in a setting, because I'm not having the habit, for example, of I'm having this position and this opinion, for example, and that gives some sort of comfort, no, for the body mind, because it solidifies you, so you feel safe in a structure. And I noticed that because I don't do this, the energy, like myself, the energy, it was not, I felt like not grounded in me. So, and what I realized, what helped me, for example, to just say, okay, I'm the one who is bringing the drinks right now. So we're just going to an activity, be the one who is serving, and then consciously going there a moment. I'm just showing myself, and when it's finished, I can go, and that really helped me, to take a role a moment and be part of the system. And then at some point I felt I have to step out of it because I cannot keep this up too long. Maybe you want to say something about it, because it was really
It's amazing actually. What you're saying is very good, because we will come to such a state sometime when we are going deeper inside ourselves. Not that we need to remain like this, but we do come sometime that we are not confined to that kind of way of being where collection of different roles that we have been playing or playing continuously is taken as ourselves now. Now we are more free from that kind of just present and flowing. What I noticed is that, please understand again in the simplicity, okay? Like if freshly, let us understand freshly the same thing which have been talked many times. No? That remaining in the truth of who we are, which is what is relaxed, not doing anything. Not sleeping, eyes are open, not closed or anything, just here. And most of our energy is falling back into the being and creating a joy, a sense of bliss, and sense of being, and a natural self-awareness. No? If we have not reached to this, through meditation and practices which I share also, we can reach to this very easily. This is one end of you. The another end of you was being a person, which is not now anymore. Now what should be the other end of you? That other end of you should be samagrata, totality of doing. And I'm sensing that you are going in that direction now. That okay, this is my task, happily doing it, and then back. And you should be very clear about the path also, that from the role, from that task, after doing it totally, where you go. This is very important. Don't go anywhere, go home, come home. No? It's very important. Otherwise, you will not be able to play well. Please understand, as simply as described by many actors, that I had to go through a therapy before taking the next film, next role. Because the previous role was so intense for me, I got into it. I was not able to get out of it. Understand this, please. You are the actor. Everything we do is acting in the role that we play. Everything. You are that. Your soul is the actor. No. So being total basically is a secret method of the soul to safeguard itself from getting caught up in anything while it is justifying fully what it is doing and whether it is that we do it well. Because totality has a certain intensity to it, like a fire to it. It doesn't let the attachment happen in the soul. Attachment does not happen in the role, in the body or the mind. Attachment happens in the soul. That attachment is what causes the soul to forget who I am. Attachment is like a certain type of energy that happens in the soul. Like a fog. Fog started happening in you a little bit. Don't let that fog happen by being total in what you are doing. No? And that collective fog, lot of fog when collected, we just are not able to feel, know or see who we are. No? Yeah. So these two ends, and nothing else need to be done. Nothing else need to be done. And life is so going to be so full, like multi-dimensionally rich in every possible way. And everything that we discussed is covered in that. That you, the soul, purity of your being, connecting to all the layers, functioning, moving, knowing, and reaching to higher potential of everything inside body, mind, and life. So please, you can try this. Thank you. I think you understand this already.
I love you so much.
I love you too. Thank you. Very, very nice talking to you, working, like exploring truth with you like that. Thank you. These are the practical pointers. These are the practical, sharings that as you do, you will know that they are true and useful. So, it's good. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice.
It's a beautiful satsang happening. I'm just really enjoying, and I'm just wanted to come in front and express my gratitude.
Say more.
When you were talking, when you were guiding through Mila and Prajot, I felt the unlimited, the pattern you spoke about. It's this when you use the word need, and I felt the need is so strongly it's holding, like this, like the urge comes, like, okay, because that's a known pattern and we get into it. But if you step away and then it's very close but it's not touching, then a certain kind of lightness and joy is felt, because you spoke about, when people do multitasking work also and they're doing it, somewhere maybe they're like that, they're with the flow and they're just flowing with that, the lightness. And I felt that that's what it is. And right now also you shared, like, just being here and continuously, and then life guides you.
Oh yeah. We need to actually, in this slide, what you are saying is very beautiful. What you are saying, like you understood, I think very clearly, like what we were discussing also. We need to understand what is present here. Present is not really a place as such or a thing. It is a opportunity. It's a real life happening here. It's an opportunity for the soul. Okay, what all I can know, live today, right now. No? And real life is always happening in the present, not anywhere else. Not ever anywhere else. No? Then there is everywhere else now, except the present. What is that? Where is that? This is what we need to understand. That everywhere else, that everything else, that is what is called ego. That is what is called dream or sleep of the soul. Now, how we get out of it is less important. But where we reach after getting out of it is more important. Do we come back here in the present? And surprisingly, sometimes we don't actually. We just believe that I am out of it. But we are into another dream now, into another state of our soul now. Huh? That's why checkpoints are very important. If we want to really be sure. Like samagrata, totality of doing is one of the checkpoints. Are we in the present or not? Like you who can connect to this totality and the understanding of totality and samartha, you will say, yes, I'm able to. I'm focusing more on what I'm doing, and somehow as if my rigidness of my body is reducing. My body is becoming more melted, like melting, like flowing more into what I'm doing. My mind is also more easily following it, like I'm not feeling resistance and divisions and conflicts and confusions now so much. And the emotions are also not bothering me anymore. It's just everything is kind of coming together again and again much more beautifully, and it is like all of my energies are coming together into the present through my totality of doing, and they get refreshed in some way, transformed in some way to a higher state, like a more purer state and more flexible and alive state, which is more aligned with the truth of who I am. You will see like this. And some may say like this, yeah, I understand the fundamental of totality, but I feel like this, or I'm feeling like this. No. Then you are basically attending that opposite of that thing which is not letting us live the fullness of life. And we just keep attending that. And we just talking about that. You see the point? Who and when we will listen such a direct message which I'm sharing, that I cannot really tell. All of us will take the call. We just keep saying, yeah, I'm trying to be total, but something comes in the way and doesn't let me be total. That's totally fine, no? That was the plan. There is something inside us which is not letting us be total. That is why we are practicing being total, no? So why that can be seen as a complaint to stop practicing? No, that can be just a simple fact. Yeah. So more and more I am noticing being not total. That's why more and more I am devoting myself in the practice of being total. No, as simple as this. You see what I mean? So there is something else inside us which is not letting us go anywhere out of the dream. Basically, it is not letting us go anywhere where we can get something real, where we can be more blissful, more alive, more true. That something is called ego, and that ego state has many different things in it. Sometimes we take it in a personal manner, sometimes in a spiritual manner too. You see, but that doesn't mean that that's not egoic. That's why I share the very fundamental test, that can your true state survive in the present, in the totality of doing things? If it can, it's a very good thing, no? It will be a very good test, no? And the ego state is has such powers to create subtle states that we can be lost for a long time. I think Ramana Maharishi has said like this, that one can be lost for thousands of years in that. I don't know in what context it was said, but So thank you. This is very nice.
Three things came in front, like as an example. One is like this egoic energy is like in today's time, a lot of unhealthy food, junk food is decorated beautifully and presented, and people get tempted to it. But if we stay alert and then we aware, so it's like that.
Correct? Is correct? Yeah, remain alert about it. Yeah, because children, for example, get attracted toward these kind of advertisements much more, and the parent do take care of that. No? But there is a child inside us also, child of ego. Let's be alert, no? Because this is the one which gets attracted towards all this junk food, no, of life. You, the soul, need to be alert, no? Otherwise, the child will get sick, no? Suffering means child got sick, no? Thank you. This is good. Thank you.
Thank you. There was one more example, but I think it's okay. When you were talking to Pajot that time, in childhood we used to go that time to the market to play video games, and there were coins. We used to, carry the coin and put that and play. And for a child, if the child is clear that that's what I want to do, so on his or her way, if some neighbor shows up, he'll hide because he wants to just go and play. So, when you were talking this also, Kundan, you're so clear that what you want.
I think then we are talking about two things here. One is the focus, one is the intention or direction. Because sometimes our ability can be focused, but our direction can be wrong. No? And sometimes our intention can be right, but our ability not focused. What we are talking about is that, what I am talking about is both. We need to have both. Intention right, direction right, and ability is focused. Being total is ability is focused. Being clear what I want to get out of this moment and this totality is intention, clarity of intention or correction in our direction also. No? You see? So this is also important. Thank you. I am appreciating all of you who I spoke to so far, no? that how willing or receptive or ready you are for clarity, no? for knowing the truth right now. It's so nice. Thank you. Because that's a joyful thing somehow. It's a very nice moment for me that the mic comes here and it's just not going back. No? Thank you.
Rajee, I just want to check if my understanding is correct. Your satsang is very unique for me because I feel that when you're sharing something or when I have a question, it's not that, I will come, ask, and then we'll get answer and go back home and we'll do something with this. No, it's not like this. I have a question, I ask it, and immediately you give me answer, and this answer I'm leaving with you. And this understanding helping me to get answer immediately, right now. I don't need to go think, do, or whatever. Yeah, of course, I have to practice it, but somehow the living of what I want to get or of this question is right now here. And I feel I couldn't understand it before, and now it's very much here that, yeah, I don't need to think about it. It's immediately, right now. And your answer, I am living right now. Is it correct understanding?
It is correct. Let me just share a little bit quickly that what is happening is that at a much deeper level than the mind level, we actually have the need for anything, or the need for anything in our life is coming from much deeper level than the mind actually. Mind is just a manifestation in a way, like a chattering coming out of it, like a smoke coming out of that fire. No? It is nothing really where we can make any sense out of it. No, it cannot be. So it is you much at a much deeper level, let's say from the heart, from the soul level, you want some change in your life. And once it is clear to you at that level, like you become conscious at that level that yes, I want that change. That's what it means, that when we become clear, what do I want? Then the thinking or understanding at the mind level becomes less important. Now you, the one who really want change, is available to grasp, to receive, to absorb, and to bring that change in you now. You know? And that's why when here you listen and change happens. Now the rest of the change in the mind level and body level and practical life level is very easy for you to bring now. You know, that's kind of not a big deal. Because I understood, that I can very easily handle now. No? Mostly we think that I don't understand how to do something, that's my problem. Not at all. Also we think that I don't know what to do, that's my problem. No. that too is not a big deal really. What is the big deal is why we want to do anything. That is the soul. No? In the heart, we declare or know what I want to do. But in the soul, we find out why I want to do anything in the first place. And unless we are clear why I want to do, like why I want to wake up, for example. Why I want to, anything. And when this is clear to you, like in this case, it is clear to you that I want to do something and you know why. Like you clearly know that why basically means not that you really need to know why you want to do something, but there is something in the mind which is going against it as a resistance for it. That's why you need to know at the heart level, deeper level, why you want to do something. Otherwise, that mind will keep sailing. It's a record. It's a recorded message. Mind is a recorded message in one sense. No? To be from the point of view of the soul, the freshness and the aliveness of the soul. It's a recorded message playing. You should not do like that, and you feel, oh, I should not do like this. You see my point?
Yes, it's look like when you say come prepared, that I have to come prepared with a question which I really want to get answer, and also at the same time I have to be ready to receive this answer and to not scare of how to say of this answer. No, to be fully open to leave it right now here.
Yeah, and this readiness for the answer can be a very simple thing. Normally, we are philosophizing these things too much for some strange reason, and we have to find out why we are making everything so conceptual. Let's say you have come out in the market to buy earbuds. Let's say earbuds, TWS earbuds, and you know already you have done your homework that okay, this model, this company, this model I want. Now you are going in the market to check like hands-on experience of it first of all, maybe if possible, or look at it at least, and then pricing, and because you decided to go offline about it. Like now you go there. The salesman, shopkeeper says that it is available, but at a much higher, like it is like 2,000 rupees more expensive than online, let's say. Then you feel, I don't think that this is the right thing I want to buy. Maybe I'll buy online. And then the salesman says, this another one of another company having same features and more than that and lower price. Then you will take a call here. You will make a decision here, right? From where you will do that. That's the readiness for the answer. As simple as this. Everybody is doing it. It's just that we are not doing it more deeply for the more serious questions. Everybody is doing this in the practical life. Everybody takes the call. Takes the call means what is readiness for the answer. No? Like because this answer will not be like a fixed thing that okay, you asked and you take the answer and go home. And then you can open the answer at home. No, the answer will be opened right here, and it will have some possibility that you will feel a little confused about it, that this is not okay, and what is this? So this is what is readiness. Like a real questioner, when receives the answer, will not be dead like a stone, but more excited. Like, wow, that's nice, will appreciate, and may see something more than the answerer is trying to show, even. Because you have your capacity, you have done your homework, and you will be able to connect more dots. Oh, you are right, this is also like this, And that's why our togetherness and conversations become so much more efficient and effective, and they give much more result. Readiness. This is what is readiness. And obviously the readiness in the satsang requires a little more work than going to the market for a TWS, no? Yeah. So yes, very, very correct. Thank you.
Pure joy of clarity. Thank you so much.
It is actually, and you don't know how much more we can get this. It is just a beginning, really. When we start feeling excited about joy, like the joy of clarity when begins, it's just the beginning. How much more we can get, how far we can go, you don't know that. For example, any one of you who comes to truth, you can just ask two basic questions to yourself, and that they will help you so much more in getting more from every satsang. One, do you Are you clear that you want to come to continuous joy now? And all the questions, all the answers, all the spiritual experiences and practical life experiences will now come in the way to not let you decide really this one simple thing. Is it a yes for continuous joy or not? And for most of the cases, this will be more than enough. Another is, in case you feel this does not appeal to me, then knowing the truth of myself, self-knowing. Is it a yes or no? Just simple question, not that am I ready in this way or that way. Just a simple yes and no, and will highlight our dividedness. Obviously, we will be honest to ourselves when we are doing it, no? Because there is nobody else we are discussing with, no? These two simple things. Am I ready for continuous joy? Ready. Not can I do something about it? No, just ready. Am I ready to live the continuous joy? And you will be surprised, mostly we are not. And we keep asking different questions, thinking that this will help. No, readiness for continuous joy will help. Like as if we have got attached to that model of suffering so much that we are not realizing that even to let go of that looks like collapse of my life. You see what I'm saying? We have got so attached to that model of ego where we are suffering that we are not really ready. There is no clear yes for the continuous joy even. But to you know what I mean, like that. So this can help for them. So thank you. The satsang is an alive thing. It's not a philosophical discussion. The less philosophical we are, more alive we are, the better. The more we will get, basically. It's as simple as that. Like the more right now you want something, the more you will get something right now. The less you are ready for something right now, the less you will get. No? It's not about the capacity and possibility of satsang. It's about our ability and receptivity and availability. No? Thank you. It's very good. Very beautiful satsang today. Because I like this kind of satsang which is end-to-end connected, like everything is connected. We are not rejecting anything, but it is not becoming less truth, less glorious. No? It may sometimes sound or look less glamorous, but it's not less glorious. Thank you. Yatri, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee. Can you hear me?
I can.
Thank you for sharing with all participants. It's so beautiful, and but the moment I see that, okay, my questions are answered, now I know, now I understood, and through each subsequent participant, the understanding and knowing gets renewed, and it's sometimes overwhelming, sometimes like you said, glorious, and I don't know proper words in English. Sometimes I use wrong words, but yeah, enchanting and fulfilling.
It is, yeah.
And at the same time, I sometimes feel like how you used to also say sometimes, like you always wanted to have newness in life, like, and you used to get bored with oldness, and like you kept again and again discovering, and you also give this gift in each satsang with each participant. Like we discover more and more new truth, new insights, new visions, and thank you thank you so much for such gifts. And I mean, if there is any shortcoming, it is on my end, but you don't retain back anything, and share us your all heart and all being. So thanks a lot. Yeah.
Thank you. Very nice to see you appreciating like this, no? Because as soon as you start appreciating, satsang, let's say, to begin with, you will start appreciating who you are also slowly. You will start appreciating the way we have been designed or created, let's say, or we found ourselves. No. And then you will start utilizing it well. And that's what is the end of the ego and the end of the suffering and everything. That's what is the beginning of the real life. It is waiting, just waiting right here, waiting for everyone in a way. We are just crying. We are just crying. This happened, that happened, I don't know. You know, we are just somewhere lost in that kind of thing. And as you have started appreciating now. It's so much more and more and more and more now. No teacher, I feel, has said like this to us, that you need to be something else in order to be the true self. We just did not hear it well, you know. No teacher ever said that you need to become something else in order to be the self, that you are the true self. They said that you need to start living who you are already, right now and always. No? But we are just busy in something called a spiritual journey, a spiritual project, a spiritual work somewhere, believing that I am reaching to who I am. Again, here focusing on the goal, result will be very useful. No? That's how we get caught up in something called a spiritual process and believing that I am progressing. If we keep our goal clear and we keep evaluating and confirming and checking again and again, we will not be lost. Huh? Because who we are is already and always who we are. No? Including right now, by the way, when we are talking. Right now we are who we are. No? So what are you waiting for then? Why don't you live who you are right now? You see what I'm trying to say? And we just convert everything into kind of a spiritual, conceptual discussions and like this, you know. Yeah, let us do self-inquiry now, if nothing else. Why to do self-inquiry even? Are you not the self already? You know? So this is my declaration in the form of core meditation, that we are the self already. Let's live it right now, rather than let me check who I am. You don't need to even check who you are. Yeah, but how I will become the self if I don't check? Why you need to become the self? Have you questioned why you need to become the self? For which we are doing everything without knowing mostly. So basically what is happening is that our spiritual journey is being done in a much more scattered manner, you can say, unsystematic, not so crystallized. No? If it is joyful, it's fine. Like, meaning if it is your choice, it is fine. But if any one of you has come here and you invite me to share something, I will share what I feel the best practice. Every place, every life, or portion of life has best practices. Whether it is practical life or spiritual life. Best practices are for getting the best out of life, out of that activity, isn't it? Thank you. Very, very good to hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I see that even when one is into the sync, even not only words match, but the idea or concept behind it match so much so that even as if the darkness in the word and concept is vanishing with the light, with your words, with your sharing. It's really, this is real. I don't know whether it is to call it glory or magic or.
Oh.
So it reaches more inside, wherever it is stuck or wherever it is somehow creating some hindrance.
Oh, I understand that. One kind of example coming to me right now is that as if we have glasses, and there are glasses which we use sometimes um, to to put some liquid to our eyes. So like these are the glasses which are filled with the liquid, and now the liquid is moving. Don't move. Basically, is so that that liquid can be still, and you can see through it as it is, as life is. So sometimes darkness is happening in life. Sometimes light is there everywhere. Maybe it is true, but there are very high chances that it is just the glasses. Change happened in the glasses, like there is less light, less darkness in front of your eyes right now. That you see, oh my God, it's light everywhere, no? And it is light, by the way. It is true. It is true. What you are saying is true. But the method is very important, Yatri, remember. Reaching to the goal here in this way, ultimate goal is we need to keep our focus on it, but not that doesn't matter how we reached here. If it doesn't matter how I reached here, we are going to not stay here very soon. We will disappear. Like it will just be lost. So the path and clarity about how we reached here is very important also. So it is much less important what we are feeling right now, darkness or light. More important is that is my method correct? Is my intention clear? Correct your method, clear your intention. Everything else will follow in the spiritual direction. Because you are the light after. When you will look at anything as you are, you will only find light there and you will not find darkness. Like this, you will illuminate everything by looking in that direction. No? And you will just feel, my God, how it's like nice. Everything is nice now. Wherever I go and look at things, no, it's nice. Something nice about it. It's your own light coming out of your own seeing and looking. No? So make your light of being free. That's all. Free from the glasses and attachment to glasses. Thank you. Thank you. It's very good. Thank you.
Thank you. And also, just a few minutes ago, even Mila said and appreciated, and I also want to again say and appreciate. Like it's really precious. Even though so many times I feel fearful to come in front, but it's worth it. And that moment, like right time, right moment, always occurs. And
Yes.
and also, like Mila has understood so many things. Also immediacy. I don't remember exactly, but. Previously, you said so many times, please remember ins and outs, and somehow, just last few messages now, I am really appreciating how what it means to me particularly, this body, mind, and this here. So
I'm very happy.
really,
because you were very
thankful.
sincerely working, and actually I was also working with you sincerely for some time now. I'm very happy that, like that kind of a kind of an unknown joy or light is kind of increasing in your soul now. I sense that. It's very nice, beloved. Because your sadness was felt here, and now your joy is being felt now. Thank you. It's just a beginning, remember. So keep your focus on the right thing always. It's just a beginning, but it's the right beginning now. Living in the sadness in the life is really, I am not finding what to say about it. When you have possibility of living in the light and joy, no? And living in the darkness, in the sadness, this is what it means that we were born, we were sent as a rich being, and we are living as a beggar now. No? like this. And even we are trying to be rich also in the egoic way. Anybody who is trying to be rich in the egoic way actually has to think like really, Thank you, very good. God bless you.
Thank you very much. And I also pray for not only for me but for all participants here and everywhere to have your grace, the grace of Lord, and
Yes, yes.
for all beings on earth. And my prayer is at your feet,
Thank you.
and our masters. Thank you.
Very, very nice. Thank you. I'm totally with you in this prayer. I also pray for everyone. And it is the prayer at the feet of my master, my Guru, that he may guide all of us continuously and always to bring to that joy which is always waiting and available to be lived. And as if we are just not listening well, so that we can start listening well now, so that we start following the pointing of the Guru now, of my Guru, which is nothing but simple thing that you are already that. Start living now, while dropping all the egoic ideas about yourself, about life. Thank you, Yatri. In the mind state, ego state, we have so many confusions, no? That I have to leave this, catch this, hold this, onto this, out of this, And none of those things are necessary. Thank you. Deepa, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
Such a beautiful satsang today. Such a beautiful satsang.
It's because you are here, no? That's why.
We all are here. I want to report something and check with you. So, as per my experience and understanding, wherever the ego was in the expanded state, I realized whenever that situation arises, I need to focus on expanding the being instead of focusing on the ego. Like you were talking to Yatri about sitting in the stillness, right? So while just sitting in the stillness and let it flow, basically the being is expanding rather than the ego state, which is throwing pieces here and there, trying to catch some sort of a feeling. I found myself that after some time, it collapses itself because you have expanded, the being has expanded again in those parts. Like earlier, you mentioned that the cracks are there and the illumination of the light enters the cracks, right? Can you point out more on this?
Very good understanding already. What is happening is that ego basically is you can say cluttered state of the soul, cluttered in every possible sense. That like the more ego means more clutteredness at multiple levels. Less ego means less clutteredness. No. What is harmoniousness in one sense is nothing but expression of oneness of the soul. Like the one soul having one clear intention or connectedness with its own longing, expressing itself from there and creating like a expansion out of it. Expression of the soul is nothing but expansion at the body, mind, action level, feeling level, like this. And in between the body, mind, particularly in the mind and feelings and emotions level, there is some energy we call ego energy, which is continuously still living or trying to create that remaining the old pattern of scatteredness and clutteredness. Like Like it's like nicely you are walking, let's say, just walking, nothing else. And it is all one, like you who is walking is nicely feeling the truth of who you are. And you are also feeling sufficient presence in the body, and also you are feeling connectedness with the body and walking. It's all very nicely one and harmonious. There is nobody need to think that am I walking? Am I watching? Am I the soul? Anything. None of those things are required now. And then that old energy wakes up now, little bit. Like, am I the watcher? Am I walking? Am I moving? Or am I still? So this thought, this feeling is not really all the time going to be in service to truth. It can be. Like if the scatteredness or clutteredness is too much, then this same questioning can be helpful to be out of that scatteredness into the harmoniousness and oneness of the soul. But generally in this case it is useless. It can be simply ignored now. Like what can be done now is that just stick to yourself in a way, like the oneness of everything. Oneness of everything in a very simple way, I am saying. Like you should be always alert now. You can be always alert now about gaps. Because there are gaps. Gaps like from where this thing came. Like a thought, a feeling, from where it came. It is not connected to my plan, connected to my way of doing what I am planning to do today or what I have decided to, Let me bring one example, very important here. In the ancient times, really in the ancient times, I will feel, let's say if somebody will have a dream about you and shouting at you and saying something wrong to you, they will come to you next day to say sorry. Which means that there is something scattered in them, there is something cluttered in them happened now. There is some energy which is not one with their wholeness. And they are trying to resolve it by saying so. This was their method. And we are talking about that kind of state actually, where this whole thing is one thing, like this. And less anything foreign, like what we call foreign element or foreign for outside influence. Less and less outside influence. This outside influence, this clutteredness, this is what is that word which realized beings warned us that you enter into the world, but don't let the world enter into you. Word means dividedness. It should not enter in you. You enter in the world nicely, do everything, meet people, everything, but you don't be divided ever inside. Like everything should be one. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, everything flow. Everything should be one thing always, So it's a very important and powerful topic that we are talking about, and it's going to be like a progress in a way in you. That you have started already appreciating, understanding that oneness is possible, first of all. For most of the people, it is not even a possibility at the moment. It will look like, I don't think it is so scattered, how it will be one. They are more talking about putting these things together, stitching them together. No, this is not necessary. No, discovering that which is undivided inside us and living a life expressing from there and expanding from there now into every body, mind, thoughts, feelings, everything. Like filling everything with your undividedness, light and truth of who you are. And the dividedness will be, clutteredness will be highlighted and will be dissolved in so many ways. What cannot be, those chunks which are really very hard and energy pieces, they will be removed, like flushed out, either burnt or buried. Like something will be done, but it will not be in you anymore. Because this is what we are talking about, the choice, that you have made a choice. Because when we have chosen the truth of who we are, we have also actually indirectly chosen harmony. Harmony is what you are talking about. Oneness between the different elements, different things. This is harmony, within ourselves. Like they are in sync with each other, working together for one thing, not working against each other. Like the thought is saying, I want to have ice cream, and the feeling is saying, no, I want to have something else. You see what I mean? Like a one very unified way of living life. Thank you. I think it's very good. It's really very good. And even if it is a very small start, it's a very correct start. Even if it will take many years for you, it's all right. But the direction is correct, no?
Thank you. Thank you. All thanks to you.
Oh, thank you, Ji. Thank you for listening, for practicing like this, understanding.
I feel meditation is more and more required, more than ever. You also told me. Then it reminded me that, Osho being Osho stayed quiet for 3 long years after doing everything. There would be some reason that he did, right? Yeah,
This I am
I
not
have a.
clear what you said. Oh,
So
Osho.
when Osho was in Oregon, USA,
In
uh,
silence, he remained in silence.
yes, he remained in silence for 3 years,
Ha,
right?
ha, ha.
So if he remained in silence after being in that state, then I need so much is to be done, right?
Uh,
I
we cannot compare like this. I mean, at least I cannot compare like this. Mm. But let me share something. That what is better? That you just sit quietly and do nothing, or you keep supporting and letting your ego do everything inside you. Which is better? Think about it. Meditation means you sit quietly and you do nothing, which includes you are not supporting to the ego to do what it is doing, which means you are withdrawing your powers from it or not. This is meditation. So you are not sleeping, you are not going anywhere, you are just absolutely here, but just not supporting anything that is going on inside you in any way. Like not acknowledging it to be okay. No, it's not okay. I'm not involved. You're saying I'm not involved. My hands are up. I'm not touching anything. And then when you feel the need for doing anything in the practical life, you are saying, okay, now if I will do something, whole of myself will do it, so that I can ensure there are no confusions, gaps, clutteredness in anything that I do. Again, you are ensuring that the egoic ways don't enter here as much as possible. They will enter still little bit, but as much as possible I ignore that. But these two things are connecting to each other so nicely, isn't it? To this I can say thank you.
so true, like you said about the 10% and the 90% ego part.
Yes, it is about that.
Yes.
20% and 80% we can say initially.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
how I heard
yeah.
actually. So this is how I use. In any number is fine, but it is really that much more of ourself is stuck in the egoic state, or supporting it and endorsing it in every possible way, than the portion of ourself which is supporting the understanding and the intention of being free and being who we are. That portion has to change, basically. That's what I mean.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. God bless you. Very, very nice. What we are talking is that lot of ourself, like a major portion of ourself, the soul, is stuck in something else called unconsciousness. If you don't understand this, it's a simple test you can do anytime, right now also, that just sit quietly and don't do anything. And make sure that you really don't do anything. Not like lost in some kind of fogginess of some kind of meditative state, but making sure that you are really here, fully aware of yourself and not doing anything. And then you will see it is so difficult. Hey, I really cannot not do anything. Every now and then I'm doing something with something that happens inside me. Why you are doing that? This answer of this why is this. That a majority of ourself, major portion of the soul is still stuck in the unconsciousness, and without knowing that I am stuck. That need to be made free. through self-inquiry, through meditation we do, first of all, through totality also. Like the soul is not aware even how much of myself is myself. You know, like soul feels that this 20% where I'm feeling the freedom of choice is all myself, all of myself. No? But the 80% of the unconsciousness is anytime able to pull the plug. No, there is a no for it. We are not really free to decide whatever we want to do. I mean, this is the region. So just to give you a reference what we are talking about here. So thank you, it's nice. All of this is becoming so much more practical, not practical in the sense it is more efficient in a way now together in our togetherness, that I'm very happy. Like real people are finally here. Thank you for that. Anna, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
No.
First of all, I just want to thank for this space and the satsangs. Although it feels this time as if there was a year between the two satsangs, so much has maybe happened, but actually it was just so much I had to focus on this new work that I was forced into Samagrita in a way, because there is no space for ego to come in, because there is so much to learn and one has to stay focused. So that was beautiful, because then I could also enjoy the meditation more, because then I could relax.
Exactly. I told you that I had this kind of experience in my workplace once. No? Yeah.
And I wanted to report about something that I asked last satsang with the power, because I could very much observe it this week. Because at the moment when I asked the question last Saturday, it felt like the power was trapped somewhere, because I didn't want to live it, because on this path, I saw so many people being trapped in power, or by having power. And this week I realized it was not the power that was trapped, it was the very strong insecurity that was trapped. So it was kind of being released during this week. I could feel it very much. The insecurities of, I'm the oldest one there, not being fast enough, not being, in the flow with much younger people who, they catch these things super fast. And other things also, just deep insecurities that were coming out. And it was very clear how this is this pendulum swing of power and insecurity, because the real power, it is not the real power. It is just the power of created by ego in order not to feel this insecurity. And then I could also see how we are all trapped in that in a way. And anyway, I actually raised my hand because I wanted to live a few breaths in this harmony with you.
How nice. Thank you. Very, very beautiful already what you are saying, and so true actually. We just don't realize, like some people reported that when they woke up, they lost drive to do anything in life. What was that drive? This was that drive. Drive of living life under the threat, under the fear of insecurity, in sense of inferiority. And before it is too late for us, we can switch actually. We can switch. Why we can switch? Because we still have the strength of the soul in a way that, or the confidence in the soul that I can switch. Once it is too late, then it's really like we feel like I cannot do sadhana, for example, because I don't have energy. All the energy is generated through that drive only. You see? So as long as we have any feeling that I can do some sadhana, we should start practicing it right now. to switch from this model, from where we are driven by the fear, by the threat, by the insecurities. No? And the original flow comes from inside. This original flow is so amazing. You must have noticed already that it is so light in a way. Like you just don't really know that you have power. It is all connected well to the very core intention, or you can say that which intuitively comes from inside, that okay, it is appropriately needed and done. And if you are living like this from inside more and more, you believe you can remain open for surprises, no? Surprises, beautiful surprises. How simply things get fixed and done, and you just feel like, what is going on? I never had this kind of abilities to do things. And we don't need to really compete with anybody else, by the way, in order to live a wonderful life. We need to only compete with ourselves. We need to be better than ourselves every day. And that is possible in this model. There was somebody, some poem like this, that neither I am ahead, of this sky greater than the sky or earth, nor I am ahead of anything and anyone. No? All I know is that I am ahead of where I was yesterday. And that's all we need to know, by the way. This is what is actual growth, comparison between ourselves only, not with anybody else. Am I better than yesterday? Am I more than yesterday? More of myself than yesterday? Try to understand peace here. Peace. What is peace? Peace is more of yourself here, remaining without doing anything. You will feel yourself peaceful. Because only little bit of yourself is being utilized in the practical life now. For doing all those tasks very efficiently. And rest of you remains here. This is the first taste of being, peace. Peace is the first taste of being. Then we will feel it is not just peace, it is much more joy actually. Like more than peace, it is joy. Like more dancing peace in a way. No? You're still sitting, not stood up, but is dancing while sitting. This is joy, no? And then it will stand up one day. This is what is bliss, no? Bliss. Like the activity of practical life somehow is much more attended by us, and somehow as if almost nothing happening really. The main thing that is happening is your being and the bliss, no, in life. Like it is like 99.99% is at some point. No? You, just you, nothing else. Everything else is, happening. Is happening fine? Yeah, happening fine. Results are good. It's just amazing. This direction is amazing. And the more light of truth, more the beauty and the creativity that has to come out of you will be guided from inside. Like as if we are becoming part of the plan of the universe, or part of the plan of the source somehow, as if. And certain blessedness is felt all the time. A certain connectedness also felt. We were feeling lost, as if got disconnected from the existence. That connectedness is also felt now. And this is how truly coming home happens. Like this is how we come home, truly. Slowly, just that sense of connectedness increases more and more. Blessedness increases more and more. The sense of I slowly disappears. Only that which is remains now, in the form of you, talking, doing everything. But no division felt between this which exists, the source, oneself, and you. There is no you and the source, the self anymore. Just one thing, just one thing. And this one thing again every morning will become something. Meaning, Not that it will forget itself, but it will allow this something, the sense of I am to become and do the job, live the life. But there is no discrepancy, no division, no disturbance or disharmony or suffering felt now. And this is where you will know that ego or the false self or the dream of ego is something much subtler than we thought. Even the sense of entity, sense of self can arise in you now and can do the job whole day with totality, and yet somehow nothing changes in you. You remain as the free being all the time now, as joyful, as blissful as you were before. Like nothing is happening for you really. Nothing is happening in you anymore now. It's just the body remaining life, age in the body happening now. Nothing else. So all this will happen slowly to all of us. I just had the feeling and joy to share it. Taking this opportunity, in this where Anna, you brought us. Thank you. Our approach of comparing between joy and suffering is already incorrect. Already we have brought ourselves down too much. No, that comparison should be less joy or more joy, not joy or anything else. No, joy is fixed. It's just about how much. The comparison should be like this. Life is possible to have joy and more joy and more joy. It never is joy or something else, like unhappiness, suffering. No, why? Wake up. Simply wake up. And you will only feel joy and nothing else. And life is still there, body is here, everything is here. You're not going anywhere. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very, very nice. God bless you. So it's good. I think it's a good time to end this meeting now. It was pure joy and light and grace of my Guru that we lived so beautifully everything today. No? Thank you for joining.